There we go.
I push my button. He pushed the buttons.
You push my buttons all the time.
I know. Wouldn't be me if it was. Okay, now I gotta find YouTube. Where are you? Oop. Needs to go over here. And refresh. Yep, you're live. You're live.
Alrighty.
And I'm live too. I'm alive.
It's alive.
Yeah, I said that earlier today when the computer was broken.
Huh?
Okay, I make sure I've gone to the YouTubes and
learn things.
No, I've got to maximize screens and make sure I like your video and you liked mine, and I liked yours and liked my own.
Okay.
My God, I have one person watching.
So I'm Polykiss, sitting here on Polychick BC channel, and you are
hyperlynx, and still annoying.
Yeah, and we're doing this, that, and then some.
And we're getting mail too, apparently.
Tonight.
That was your mail.
Why is there a red spot on OB?
Because you're live.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's okay.
You're supposed to do that.
Okay.
My mic's breaking up today. That's weird.
Aren't you
yours?
Like super surprised and excited that I actually noticed that? Because I don't.
That's the first time you've noticed it.
I notice it and don't pay any attention.
You don't pay any attention. I don't pay attention to it either. I would be concerned if it wasn't red. Then I would notice.
Yeah. So I see that I'm live in my studio, so that's good.
Oh, yeah, I should check mine. Thanks for that. Oh, I'm not. Oh,
Yeah.
now I am. I wasn't a second ago.
And,
Well, YouTube's been funny lately. If you jump off the tab, it stops.
and so live isn't live?
Well, it's somewhat, you know.
Or is it, I'm going to click on it and it's going to go noisy and I'm going to need to mute, right?
Go to your homepage.
So if we go here, then I need to mute it. Oh, it is muted.
It is muted.
Okay,
Is that the right one?
So that's, yeah, that's.
You're watching a recording.
I don't know.
You're not sure, are you?
I'm not sure.
Is it live or is it Memorex? Oh, that was lame. Sorry.
Yours is muted, but it's playing. Okay.
Yeah, we're playing all the way around.
It's all good.
So I'm going to go like this. Pull it off the tab. Minimize it. Pull it off the tab. Minimize it. This way I only have stuff open and seeable that I want to see. Make sense?
Yeah, I'm going to start wearing sunglasses in this place.
Why? Is it bright?
So,
Yeah, I kind of turned your lights up a bit
so,
far today.
So bright. This
Oh, look,
helps
the line went away.
This helps a little bit. No.
No, it's there, sort of, but not as bad as it was. It's because my fan's on. It's causing the green screen to, wiggle. So what's up this week? We missed last week. I was just too tired to even try.
Yeah. And before you explode, you probably should tell us why that is.
Oh, do I have to tell them?
What did you do last weekend?
I went on a road trip. And let me see if I can find the right folder. We'll look at what I brought back. This one, and then we go to this one. There's only like 6 pictures in it, so. Well, not really. Here, we'll start with this one. And why is that over there? That's bizarre. Anyways, let's do this. You ready? Let's see if this works. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
That's where I was.
LTX.
LTX last week. But Sunday I was just, and even though we didn't go as long as we had originally planned, we were still bagged.
Yeah. And so what's LTX?
I don't know what they call it, why they call it LTX, but it is a media geek fest. Take your pick. It's places full of geeks.
Yeah. And it's hosted by
The Linus Media Group.
The Linus Media Group.
Look at this. This is what we came across.
It's a lineup to get into the building.
That's just because I made the mistake of not registering early, which I should have gone over and done on Friday. But we were waiting for the mail to come in because I didn't have my ferry thing because, I forgot. But that was the lineup in front of us, and it goes all the way around to up and to the right there. I don't know if you can see my mouse wiggling around. Okay. All the way around past the cruise ship.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see what else we got. Oh, look, that was the line behind us.
Wow.
Yeah, you can see my head. Oh, wait, there's no more pictures. I'm going to go the other way. I have no idea what order these in, so I'm just going to run them with what I got.
Okay.
That was inside. We were wandering around.
So it was 2 big buildings.
One building. Just one.
Just one big building.
Next year they want 2 buildings. But
With this all vendor booths.
Vendors
everywhere.
and, case toss. I sucked.
So case toss, you picked up
You pick up a computer case and you throw it as far as you can.
And the winner takes home what?
Oh, there was lots of prizes. There was free systems and hey, look, we know that guy.
That's cool.
Do you know that guy?
Yeah, I know that guy.
Okay, he's standing next to a Tesla, of course.
Oh, yeah.
There's quite a few pictures of him in here, too. Oh,
Yeah.
see? Case toss.
Yeah.
And there's the leaderboard. I was 5 pages down. Otherwise known as Suck. Oh, video. There's some of the prizes there. And this is everybody's favorite thing. The line ride.
Oh, yeah.
There's the same video again.
Yeah.
This is really cool. Your kid bought one of that stuff, anime stuff.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
That was one of the vendors?
That was one of the vendors. And if you watch, it goes, or there's your kid actually buying something.
Mm.
It goes across. I want this thing. You see it?
Yeah, what's that?
That is a Diablo 4 PC.
Oh,
That is nice.
that's pretty cool.
I don't know if they were giving it away or not, but that's kind of nice. There is one they were giving away, which I have a picture of. Oh, look, same video. There's a lot of duplicates here. I was having issues.
What's that?
This is you. If you take a selfie in this booth of RGB, you get a free lamp.
Oh, yeah.
There's my autofocus stuff.
Well, that's the lamp that's downstairs.
That's the yeah. I can't. There's a picture of it in here.
And what's this?
This is a PC as well.
That's a PC?
Uh-huh. It's a Diablo-based themed PC. And if you see these little lights here, if you've ever seen me play Diablo, there's a red ball on one side. And if you're a sorcerer or whatever, there's a blue one full of whatever on the other side.
Mm.
This PC is completely in sync with the game.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
when your red level drops, it drops on your PC as well.
That's cool.
That's like, whoa. Oh, look.
Goofballs.
Yeah, you're having fun. And this is what I got. I got an upgrade.
Oh, neat.
New processor, new graphics card, which is allowing us today. We're streaming in a much higher codec without getting too geeky on you. We're streaming in AV1
Cool.
on YouTube. Couldn't do it on Twitch. There's what it looks like. It's in here. Got this new thing. And the other thing's under here. New processor. Oh. You know what else?
What?
That RAM's not in here anymore either. That RAM's downstairs.
Okay.
And there's the lamp.
There's the lamp.
And they're not market yet. You can't buy these.
Yeah, it's a camping lamp.
It's an RGB, and it is, yes, rainbow unicorn vomit
And it charges with a
cord.
cord
USB
cord to your, USB.
And that will be the end of my pictures because the rest of them are X-rated.
Why not?
That
Why?
sounded good.
Oh,
I had fun, but I did come up with a few things that it's the kind of thing that, yes, we should have gone over the day before to register.
Yeah.
Because that lineup took about 30 minutes to get through, which wasn't bad considering. It looked daunting when we first got. We're like, holy jeez, where's this line? And I had to stop twice.
so I get that they were kind of surprised they had 2,400 people the last time they did this.
And then over 6,000 on the Saturday.
Yeah, and so
Now-
but it's been like 2 years, right?
Now, from what I understand, watching some of the other creators that were there watching their videos, that the Sunday was a little quieter. It was only 5,000.
Still, that's a
Still,
lot of people.
But it was, every booth was interactive. There were scavenger hunts and all kinds of fun stuff. Arcades, lots of prizes. All kinds of fun goodies. And yes, I would do it again. For
So-
surely. I would do
so-
2 days.
Here's something interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm looking at the live
Yeah.
on, I think that's your channel. There's the live on my channel,
Yeah.
and I'm not wearing glasses.
That means you're watching a recording.
Yeah.
You want me to fix that?
But I clicked on live. This is the old one. What did I do wrong?
I'll show you. You didn't wait for it. See? That's the live.
Oh, that's better. Okay.
Jason just wondering if you called him.
No, I did not call you.
I'm not sure if he's watching, so he may not hear you.
Oh. So this is...
Is that better? You're wearing the right shirt?
Oh, this is wrong one too.
Yeah, it is. So, click on your name. No. Bottom right, bottom left.
Yeah.
You went too far. There. Now go back to home. Yeah, that's it right there. Right in the middle.
And then I go here.
Click that one. There you go. Now you're wearing the right clothes too.
There you go.
Well, you could be naked, but be cooler.
No, I don't think so.
Be cooler.
Mm-hmm. So I've had a sort of
Busy week or so.
Well, busy week, but it was kind of nice to have a really mellow day today. Went out.
Well, I don't know if I call a road trip to Mill Bay mellow, but okay.
Yeah, it was mellow. It was. I really like it to just driving out, going for a road trip in up island, because it's, especially over the Malahat, the view is so beautiful.
Yeah, you could not pay me enough to cross that Malahat this weekend.
It was pretty good. There wasn't a lot of traffic.
Yeah, but once you get there and you get to Duncan, you run into Sunfest.
Oh, well, 'cause we didn't go that far. We didn't go that far north. But,
I like country music, but not that much.
But we just went to Mill Bay, so it's sort of just over the edge of the
bottom of the Malahat, isn't it?
It's just at the you pass the Malahat Inn thing, so you're
as long as you didn't go for my favorite food place there.
The fish and chips place?
I'd be really grumpy if you did that.
No, we didn't do that. But you go by there and you see the little Malahat motel thing there.
Is it still open?
It's still open. It's still there. There's a bunch of little stores right there. And you think, oh, that's like, I would be so nervous to sleep in there because it's right on the edge.
And it's on the edge. It's on. I know people that will go there religiously every year.
Massive drop. And you go down a little ways and you can see around it. And you can see the view, and it's just beautiful.
Except for the drop.
Big sound of water, like it's a little sound there, and mountains and bush, and just gorgeous. And we're driving up there, and I think Jason was trying to keep me awake because he was giving me the...
Who's keeping him awake, though?
Well, he was giving me a verbal tour so that I wouldn't fall asleep, because as soon as the car moves, I'm asleep.
True.
And so he was, and over here we have this, and over here we have this.
Just to keep you awake?
I think he was just trying to keep me awake. But it was just so beautiful. And then I like to look, as you drive past and look up, and you can see up the incline, and there's like tree. It's beautiful rainforest. It's just gorgeous. And I look and I think, oh, that'd be nice to hike up in there, but it's on this kind of an incline. Like, no, I'm not going to be doing that. But it's nice to think about, anyways. And it was very beautiful up in there. And Jason's going, oh, hey, there's a sign, 60 acres for sale. 60, yeah.
What would you do with 60 acres?
6 of trees on a hill like this. Yeah, not a lot.
You build a house on top of it. You blow the top off with some dynamite and...
Yeah, you could, I suppose.
Have some fun.
Yeah, so it was a nice drive. And
by the way, I did get the URL you sent me on Facebook.
Okay, there's two.
Just finally opened.
There's Facebook. 2 of them. There's 2 of them there. That might be better to show the article than to read it.
Maybe.
Yeah. Anyway, so the trip was nice. We went up for this lady's from my parents' church that had her 80th birthday, and there was a nice little gathering of people there. And it was nice to see. I haven't seen the folks from her church since, before she died, for sure, but probably not much before that. And it was nice to see them, and it was... She has a beautiful home and a beautiful property that she lives on. So.
Oh, there's 2 URLs here. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, so it was nice.
Huh. Yeah, well, guess what I had to do while you were away?
What?
Fix the computer.
Oh yeah, yeah. You were
I
saying
had
that
a dead hard drive, which all of the stuff, all the pictures you see here were on that drive, which I have promptly put onto the server. So in case it dies, we won't lose everything. And I had to move the graphics card around, or not the graphics card. I can't move. Well, I could technically, but I had to move the capture card and the network card because the slots they were in, cameras didn't work. There was some 4-letter words flying in here.
Yeah, I betcha. There was four-letter words on the texts.
No, there wasn't.
You were like.
I'm gonna dance, okay? I'm gonna dance while you drink. Isn't you supposed to drink and then dance?
Well, I'm supposed to drink and not take a bath. That
Yeah, well, hey, there's this invention. It's called a straw.
Not for one of those. Dribbled.
Are you dribbling?
A little bit.
That's okay. Busy week though. Busy couple of weeks for us.
Yeah, we've had a busy couple of weeks. So we've
How many books you got out?
9 books this year.
No.
9 completed book projects this
And
year.
you have a really big project coming up.
And then there's an anthology. So they're still open to submissions for manuscripts. I won't close them until August 30th.
Just like you said.
Yeah.
Yep. Because people might actually go, hey, today's only the blah, blah, blah. Why did you close that?
Yeah, I did move that announcement down to the
saw that. Yeah.
the blog though, because I'd like to have the new releases more evident. My new clients whose books I've just done would kind of like their stuff to be pretty evident, so
Whoops.
I
hang on.
raised that up.
Open the wrong thing.
So so it's been a busy getting people's projects organized and edited and looking pretty and that kind of stuff. And I'm very pleased with the projects that we've accomplished.
There were some that required some hair pulling, and it's a good thing I don't have any hair. There's always some weird twist, but the last one had more weird twists than I was anticipating for sure. And artists, that's all I gotta say.
Well, no, it's just I don't know. Anyway,
they're temperamental.
We managed to get it figured out.
Yep.
Yeah. Speaking of temperamental artists,
Who?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not an artist. I'm a creator. They're different.
But you're kind of cute, so
just kind of.
Well,
gee, thanks.
Yeah. Well.
I know I do have some problems I gotta fix still. I'm looking at the temperatures inside that box, and it says 71 degrees Celsius. It's starting to give me yellow.
Oh, in your computer?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Fans are
It
flying.
It is quite warm in here.
It's cooler than it has been, but it is warm.
Yeah, it is quite warm in here. I've noticed that. Yeah.
But I'm looking
and
at...
I'm not the one that usually complains about the warmth. I usually just go whatever. I'm a sweat ball. That's nice. But I say it's warm. But the oxygen is thick, if that makes sense. Like it's
damp.
It's very stuffy, and yeah, it's I don't. It's
I'm gonna have to sit down.
It's not just warm. It's
rearrange the fans.
It's difficult to anyway. So we don't want to be here too long.
We've got enough that I get used to it after a while. I just forget about it.
So tell me about all this. The hockey, baseball. I don't know who was trading. There was some.
You know what? The Major League Baseball trade deadline was kind of flat.
But this guy, 78th draft pick, they picked up.
Oh, yeah, 28th round.
Oh, 28th.
He was drafted about 5 years ago. He's been playing in the minors. He almost gave it up once.
Yeah.
One of his former teammates texted him when he was thinking about it, going, no, you'll regret that. You just stay there.
Yeah.
And
so he's now played
4 games.
4 games. Today was game 4.
Yep.
And he's pretty much had a hit in every single one.
And not just 9 for 12 or some damn thing with so many hits.
And most
2 home runs.
Yeah.
His first at bat was a home run.
Yeah. And then this one today, they knocked it out of the park. And
it actually hit apparently it hit a car on the freeway.
Can you imagine driving along the freeway and
the
some
baseball hits
baseball?
You know, there's signs on that freeway
that says watch for
baseballs.
Watch for baseballs.
It doesn't happen very often, but occasionally you get one that will leave the park. And that's the reason that wall is so high, the green monster.
Yeah. So
because they can't build the park the right depth, so they just went up instead of out.
So there's your
Feel good story of the year.
Your tip off there that you don't give up until
you don't give up, because now the problem they're going to have is when Bo comes back, is where are they going to put this guy, because he's starting to hit well. Do you send him back to the minors? Actually, by the time Bo gets back, the rosters will be expanded for postseason. He can stay.
There you go.
The problem is he has the same last name as the skipper. So if somebody hollers down the bench,
nobody knows who they're talking to.
Who are you talking about? Yeah,
I'm sure they'll figure that.
It's quite the story. And actually, the even better part today, we found out somebody leaked it to the media, a particular member of the ball club, that he's using a glove that he got from the Lost and Found.
Wow.
He coaches during this, coaches whatever once in a while with the kids, runs camps.
Yeah.
And he saw this glove. It's been sitting in the Lost and Found for several years, or a year or so. And he goes, you know what? I'm going to take that. And that's the one he's using.
Well, it's his lucky glove. He better
he's
keep
not going to
it.
get rid of that glove.
Better be
and
keeping
that's
that
like
one.
Today when he came to bat for the fourth time, the team's like, we're going to have to walk this guy. Do we walk the guy in front of him to get to him? Because he is a rookie, but he's 4 for 4. By the way, the final score was like 9-1 today. So what does that tell you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been the trade deadline was flat. People that they figure should have went didn't, and offseason should be entertaining. There's some free agents coming up in the Major League Baseball this winter.
One of the people at this birthday party I was at today, his grandson plays for the Harbor Cats. And he
admits to it?
Yeah. And he was talking about that. In fact, Grandma they had done a, where they auction off their jerseys. Yep. Well, she bought the grandson's jersey.
Didn't he just
she was
they are actually a decent ball club.
Literally dancing around in this here jersey.
They
it was
are
really
a
cute.
Decent ball club. They only lost 2 games at home all year.
Yeah, they're doing really well. They're now Alberta, I guess Edmonton right now.
Are they?
Yeah.
Didn't know that league went that far. They're getting ready for playoffs.
Yeah.
And I'm sort of watching my temperatures. They're not climbing, they're not dropping, but I'm going to have to rearrange some fans in here. There's some push-pull not working, because I shouldn't be running at 71 degrees on this with a 1% load. My processor's not doing anything. This is all graphics card sending this out.
So what else have you got?
What else have I got? I haven't done a whole lot of research this week. I've been
okay, well, I have
focused on helping you.
I have getting some work done, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I watch TikTok for a reason. It's research. It really is.
I know. I looked at I was joking with you yesterday. I looked at the amount of stuff that comes onto your phone. So many gigs per 30 days, and most of it's TikTok.
Yeah, I watch TikTok for research. I do, honestly. I look for marketing opportunities and angles and all that kind of stuff. And
I'll give you that.
Whacked stories. And there's always, Alberta, there's always some, what the heck are they doing now?
Mm-hmm.
Things. And there's the usual thing of that. And the most recent one was a change in the Mental Health Act there proposed that would make it so that if you had an addiction and you were a problem for yourself or the people around you, you could be committed to mental health services.
You could be committed.
Yeah. Against your will.
Yep. Permanently.
Well, I don't know permanently.
Unlike here, it's like 72 hours or...
Yeah, I'm not sure the duration of this here idea, because I couldn't find an article backing it up at all. But there's so much stuff coming in, and they were talking. Oh, the other thing I saw was hydro bills. They put a cap on. We have 2-tier here in BC.
Yeah, it sucks.
They have 1-tier, but there's
expensive tier.
There was a cap on it so that it could only get up to like 13 or I don't know
Okay,
what
well,
the factor it was, but
kind of fair.
but it would have regularly been 29%, and they put a cap on it was 13, but now the cap ran out just after the election.
Oh, of course.
And so now people have to now pay the full 29, but also they have to pay back the discount that they got beforehand.
Oh, that's rude.
On the regular rate, and people are saying, no, thank you.
That's
and
rude.
they're bailing from being on the regular rate. So anybody that's still is still on that has to pay their back as well.
Oh, that sucks.
Apparently, there's like $200 million of back hydro bills or something that needs to be covered and all this.
Rude.
Yeah. So they're.
That place is going to implode.
That's all kinds of stuff going on there. So I'm really just
I can see that.
like don't mess. Please don't mess.
No.
So anyways, that was there's always something going on there.
Of course
That's the Canadian TikTok creators are highly entertaining stuff.
It seems to be most of them on there are
coming out of there. And you think I should feel bad for people having to pay all that, because this was for people who were having troubles affording it. That was what the cap was for. So how does this help? Anyway.
How does that help? I'm not sure.
I don't know. But speaking of laws that are generally stupid, Texas generally, I have no agreement with anything that comes out of there. But fairly recently, the governor of Texas passed or signed off on. Wait a minute.
Something.
Wait a minute. Wait. Oh, there. Sorry, I couldn't find my mouse.
Oh no, you ran away.
He signed off. Signed it into law earlier this month. So this being August, that wasn't very long ago. So drunk drivers convicted of intoxicated manslaughter in Texas must pay child support to the children of their victims.
Oh dear. Uh-oh.
Governor Greg
Alert.
Abbott signed, it's called HB 339 into law earlier this month, making convicted drunk drivers pay for supporting children of parents or guardians killed,
what a good idea.
Killed in crashes.
What a good idea.
And I think that is awesome. And why weren't they doing this already? And
I'm not really sure.
However, they got to make sure that they can enforce that. Just because a judge says you have to pay child support doesn't mean you actually do it. Really, let's all stand up and say who's not paying their child support. It needs to be enforced better. It's getting there. It's getting there here in Canada too. You can't get your driver's license renewed. Your taxes can be audited, and you would have to pay your child support that you're in arrears on your tax return.
Oh dear.
Here there's all kinds of stuff. So if Texas has that kind of stuff too, that's awesome. But I think that goes without saying that if you kill somebody who is a parent, that you should have to make restitution to keep
I agree.
their children and really their spouse, but anyways, their children. And you think that'll make people think more? Well,
people are going to be...
I don't know, but...
Yeah, people are going to do what they're going to do.
But they need to recognize that these kind of offenses are just can't happen. So anyways, for once, Texas did something that I think was not a bad plan.
Happens once in a while, eh?
Yeah. And what else have I got?
What else you got over there?
I was watching a news bit. Here it is.
I was say you're watching TikTok.
No, I was watching actually CBC News, because you can't get news off
Facebook anymore,
right?
That's a whole different story.
So, but I prefer to get my news on the big screen if I'm going to be watching newscasts, right? Little bits are okay on the phone, but big long stories
Big long stories you want to read.
I kind of want on the thing. So this was CBC, and I found the article related to it. Apparently there's some YouTube if you want to search YouTube for follow-ups on this. But so there's lost gravestones of freedom seekers. So these are people that escaped slavery through the Underground Railway from the States up into Canada, and lived their lives in Canada.
Okay.
And they were, in various factions of society. But anyway, some of them were quite instrumental in helping other people escape, and worked with what's her name, Harriet.
I can't remember. Sorry, my history's a little blah.
Harriet, I just watched that show too. That was an interesting story. Harriet, I'm going to say Hubbard, but that's not right. Anyways, we've got these people working in the Salem Chapel Underground Railroad Cemetery Project, which searches the forgotten graves of former slaves who fled the U.S. in the 19th century.
Cool. Oh, you got mail.
Yes, we do. So these were people that are buried in actual cemeteries.
Right.
In this one particular cemetery they were working in this day, and they pulled out. It was quite emotional. The grass has grown over the tombstone has fallen over,
Right.
and the grass has grown over it. And there's like one case there was a good 1.5 feet of dirt above it.
Oh dear.
And they had to dig, and they dig. They don't use shovels because you could damage the thing. They dug with their hands a lot to pull this out, and some of them were good, strong. You've got the article there. No, you don't.
No, I don't. You didn't send me that one.
I would like this page to stop fighting me. They found like this one here. This gravestone they found belongs to Mary Hutchinson, who was enslaved in Maryland before eventually escaping to Canada with her husband William, once settled in St. Catharines, Ontario. And they worked with Harriet Tubman. It's Tubman.
Tubman.
They worked with Harriet Tubman.
It was Harriet. Something started with a T.
The famous abolitionist who was a key figure in the Underground Railroad.
Really?
And they were part of Tubman's Fugitive Aid Society of St. Catharines.
Mm.
That railway went up into Owen Sound.
That's where it ended, wasn't it?
I believe so. And they're saying this kind of stuff isn't taught in the schools. So they have here the tombstones where these people were buried. Some of them, one of them was one of the guys working here. There's this lovely black woman and 2 white guys working here.
Right.
And they dug up the grave of Amelia Cisco Shad Williamson, who lived from 1831 to 1906. She was an abolitionist and wrote for the Provincial Freeman newspaper, which her sister Marianne published and edited. She was the first black woman in North America to have such a role. And it turns out she's an ancestor of one of the guys doing the digging here. And the guy was in tears bringing this out. And there was another one they dug up, and it was so far down, it was all in pieces.
Oh, dear.
And they had to sort of, pull it back together in a little tray, and then they were going to leave it sitting on top of the grass. Like you couldn't raise it up because it was just in pieces because of the whatever stone it was made of. Didn't survive. Yeah, and so the whole family was here looking at this stone of this woman they dug up. There was, quite a few amazing stories behind these stones. So if you get a chance,
go look at it. How about we put that link in the description? People can go read it afterwards.
Yeah, and this one here, John Lindsay, was another. This is the one that the gravestone was crumbling. He overcame the longest possible odds. He was born a free man in 1805,
Right.
but was abducted by slave catchers and enslaved in Washington, D.C. when he was only 7 years old. He eventually escaped and made it to St. Catharines, where he became a prominent businessman.
Oh.
And it's they say it's a classic rags to riches story that when he died, he was the richest black man in Niagara, and he was very industrious and persevered, and he did it. So they were saying, well, we hope you're. So that he was like 1.5 feet under the earth, and they dug him up, and the stone was not him. They dug him up. They dug the stone up, and it was broken. It's broken in. It says here more than 25 pieces. But I was watching this on the story, and it was fascinating watching them digging them up and bringing them. And so then the ones that they are able to raise back up again, they raise them back up and cement them in properly and clean them off and everything, so that they're there for people to come and visit the cemetery and see that these wonderful
Parts of history.
black heroes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're absolutely heroes. And so this is their little project, that they're finding all the former slave graves and repairing the stones and putting them back up in hopes to create the first underground railway cemetery walking tour in the country. That would be fascinating.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
As long as you have somebody that knows their stuff, right?
Yeah.
By the way, somebody downstairs was referring to something you guys probably didn't pay attention to.
What's that?
The Malahat Skywalk.
Oh, the Malahat Skywalk.
No, you wouldn't go up there on a bet. But
Oh, he was threatening to take me up there. No. Not gonna happen.
it's not so much the walk up, it's the walk down. Although there is a slide, apparently.
Yeah, not gonna happen. So
I'd
this
do
is a new tourist attraction thing that the whatever local indigenous. I'm not sure which.
I'm not sure either.
Which
Too many.
nation it is, I can't remember. But they built this thingamajigger, and you walk up a ramp
Round and around
in circles up to the top
and then
of
you
this
get
thing.
up to the top and you watch a
it's-
view.
Well, it's an amazing view, I'm sure, because I've seen what's lower. It's an amazing view,
But you wouldn't do it on a bet.
But I have a thing about heights, and there's no way I'm going to stand up there with a railing and look down that. No. And then that bad enough, I'd be with my back against the wall. That's bad enough.
One person fall off there.
But the center of the thing is like this mesh stuff you can see
down.
through. It's like standing on a sieve and looking at a sieve.
English.
A sieve, a strainer.
Thank you.
Okay.
Should have led with that.
And it's like standing on and looking down, and like not going to happen. And there's a like a water slide, but a slide thing that goes down the middle, and you can go all the way down. Then it would be a blast, I'm sure, for kids, but I'm not doing it.
Not on a bet for you, eh?
Yeah. Number one, I'm not walking on a ramp thing. That reminds me of, I used to go to a church conference in this building that everything was ramps, and you could spend an hour getting to the top of the place in these bloody ramps, right?
I did that at BC Place, and
you
go to walk somebody out, and you take the wrong ramp. Now you're staring at a wall.
Oh yeah.
Ramps to nowhere.
So this, if you see this as CBC, it's a CBC News piece called "Lost Gravestones of Freedom Seekers Unearthed in St. Catharines, it's Ontario Cemetery." And there's also a YouTube link to it. So youtube.com watch.
Yeah, there's more to it. The URL is probably as long as your arm.
Yeah, but it's also called the same things. Unearthing Lost Gravestones of Freedom Seekers. That's the YouTube.
Oh, it's a CBC YouTube channel.
Yeah, and it's picked up several other places too. So if you Google it, you'll find the YouTube links right there. And it's really worth watching. It's quite fascinating.
Have you watched it yet? All yet?
Yeah. I watched the newscast of it. It was very fascinating. Yeah, that's I always thought archaeology would be the thing, and that's archaeology. That's awesome.
Kind of
And
rocky.
and I liked. I mean, I have a genealogical
Hey.
bone too that I like.
Yeah, I know.
pick,
I've seen it. I like watching you do it. Yeah.
So that would do it for me. And so this guy, finding his, I think it's his great grandfather or something, grandmother. I don't know. It wasn't very far back actually, and finding that. I mean, the whole family was in tears that they found her gravestone. That's just wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Anyways, that was cool.
Hey, it's time for commercials.
Time for
It's
commercials?
time to pay some bills.
Ooh.
I got one.
Okay, you do yours.
Because there's a sale.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I like sales.
Yeah, it's like 15% off.
Cool.
Just gotta push the right button. See? It's my stuff. It's my summer stuff. Hyperlynx.com. That's in the description.
Cool.
And I've gone through and corrected all the logos so they look better. I still want to get one of these from Easy. The doggy shirt. And this, Papa needs this one. The orange barbecue.
Yep.
Flip-flops look pretty good. I don't know if I'd want to walk any distance in them, but, they'd be good for being outside around the pool, which we have a pool.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't mean to interrupt with commercials, but my PC's starting to bitch, so
Okay. No worries.
we need to keep it moving.
I was done with that bit. So
But yeah, hyperlinks.com, it's 15% off.
cool.
Now, I've understood that shipping is not as delayed as it once was. Now I went to order something the other day just to check it a couple of weeks ago, and it said, we might get it to you by September. The problem is the port strike, which is now over. So they figured the backlog of stuff from China, which is more than likely where this stuff comes from, will alleviate itself. Yay. And speaking of discounts, these guys got discounts too.
Oh, yeah.
Veggies suck. I want to get some of that. I'm sorry, but that's a great name.
That is a great name.
I'm not sure what it is because it looks like little tiny turds.
I think you should probably check it out, though.
We should order some.
Yeah.
$14 US for 60 gummies that look like mushrooms. What else they got in the drink? Some of their drinks were out last time I looked. Rocket Pop and Blue Raspberry. I'd like the Blue Raspberry. That sounds cool.
Oh, if it's anything like the blue raspberry that I get with Crystal Light, it's pretty good.
And then the usual, it's getting near that time. Back to school.
Yeah.
So they're having sales on laptops. And they're having RTX 30 series, which is the graphics card that's in it. They're having sales of those because the 40 series laptops are about to come out. Or are coming out and starting to become more of a mainstream, I guess you call it. So they're coming out quickly. And the discounts are bad. Like this one is originally $3,100 and they've actually now started at $2,800. So that's a bit of a deal. Plus I get, 2 or 3% on every laptop you buy. So if you buy 4 or 5, that'd be handy. That'd be nice. I'd take a few of those sales. What do you got on your side for the sponsors? Let me see if I get to the right page here.
I was just checking what the discount is for Fill the Books.
You have a discount?
Yeah, there's a discount for ebooks. So you got that up?
I think my OBS just froze.
Oh. For
That's bizarre.
Oh. It just froze?
Yeah. It's like not responding to me.
Hmm.
That's not good.
Okay, so Philadelphia Publishing is one of our sponsors. The website's filidhbooks.com. And if you go with the new releases are up there. Not all of the ebooks are in yet. They're coming. They'll become up probably within the next couple of days. But you can purchase an ebook version, that's an EPUB version, for a 100%
I'm not sure
discount.
we're getting out. Hang on. I think we're done.
Really?
Yeah, I think my computer just said, hey. Yeah, OBS is just like locked right up. I can't do a thing. I white screened. You're still going. Actually, no, you won't be going either because your OBS feed's from mine. Check your OBS feed. Yeah, it literally is just sitting here.
I'm looking, yeah, it's stuck on your...
Yeah, it's dead. I have a white screen.
Great.
I think we're done.
Oh, that's no good.
Yep. Okay. Hang on. We'll fix this. Ready?
Yeah.
Go to your OBS, or not your OBS, your live, whatever.
Yeah.
Stop the stream. You know which one I'm referring to?
End stream?
Yep. Just end it.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, that's TikTok. That's not going to